The Doncaster of 2000, and it's over the mile, Ken, and they want to be used to pressure because there's going to be plenty of it.
There sure is, and here's the simulator where we pick it up from the start of the 1600 at Randwick. Pretty flat run down the back of the course to start with, and it's a long run of about 600 or 700 metres before the horses actually turn, so they get their chance. And here we are, there's 1600 metres to go. Now there's 1560, and as you can see on the snake, when it starts at the top, you just come down a slight hill at the start, and then you'll see that they'll run along fairly evenly. At this stage, there's still 1100 metres to go, so we've run about 500 metres. It's been mainly downhill, but watch from here, we start to go uphill. The rail's true, and you can see here we've gone downhill right from the start. You wouldn't realise that, but they do. But from this point home, 400 metres to go as we swing into the straight. There's the grandstands. Watch the climb. Now we're inside the final 200 metres. We've got to get back up that hill in the Randwick straight, right to the finish. And this final run in sorts the men from the boys, or the girls from the ladies. There's TAB number 17, Simon, getting a little bit of gear adjusted, and that, of course, is Norsoir. Is that correct?
Noirsoir will do us.
Noirsoir.
Yeah, I'll forgive you for that. Noirsoir.
I'll take your tip.
I think you're getting your German and your French mixed up, and young Matthew Gatt, he's the man getting on board. A lot of pressure on him today, a lot of pressure on all those jockeys around there at the start at the moment, because it is an enormous race, and a mile that these horses really, they'll be under plenty of pressure. Let's now go to our national anthem and Christine Anu. Here at Royal Randwick, the Doncaster not far away now, and tactics are going to be all important. Here's Shane Dye to tell us how he's going to do it.
Well, barriers are irrelevant from the mile start at Randwick. Most winners draw out wide. There's going to be a lot of pace early in this race. Tall Poppy's drawn out the outside, and it'll come across. In New Zealand, it always leads. You also got Adam, who's drawn out. He'll go forward. You got Sunline, Dan Glisser drawn midfield. They'll go forward. So if there's a lot of pace on, I think Sunline may be suspect today. But if there's not, she's the one that got to beat. Now, Al Mansour's drawn barrier 3. He's going to get a lovely run. There's no doubt about that. Now, it doesn't matter how wide you are in the Doncaster as long as you've got cover. You can be 4 and 5 wide. If you've got cover horses around you, it won't matter. Now, what you've got to do is get a clear run. You don't see Doncaster winners getting checked at the 400, checked at the 300 or the 600. They're in the clear. I'm on Dangerous. He'll be getting probably about midfield with cover, I hope. He's drawn out very wide. But from the 600, I'll start to go forward. Won't matter if I'm 7 or 8 wide on the turn. Now, if they've gone fast, Sunline will hit the front at the rise. There's no doubt about that. But watch for the challenges like Higher, Over, Dangerous, all coming late at the 100 metres. If she's going to get beat, she'll get caught the last 100 metres, and one of those will swamp her.
Yes, no, Shane Dye, he knows plenty about this Randwick mile. Let's check how the horse has travelled over to the barrier. Here's Simon Marshall.
Well, makes my job quite easy. Races like this, they all look pristine. Lazargaletta's the last horse to walk in. Higher, Sunline over. All look terrific behind the gates. We're ready to rip here, guys.
And as Billy Cooper, the AJC starter, climbs the stand and grabs the electric button for the call of the 2000 San Miguel Doncaster handicap, here's Terry Bailey.
The twist moving, Tall Poppy widely drawn, Dangerous over, Leeson higher. They all stand well. The attendants working on a runner in the centre. Now the lights are on and the gates are back. High's missed it. High's come away last and dropping back Bonanova after the start. Danglisser away quickly from Al Mansour. Sunline firing through at Adams wide out. They were followed by Zastov, and rushing through is over very quickly. Dangerous is wide out with Tall Poppy. They were followed by Zastov. One away is Pace Invader, Camarina. Then came Referral. Oliver Twist on the inside. Lazargaletta is very wide going up to that bend. Then came Higher, L.A. Suez. Bonanova's back last in front of her as they come down the side as Lease with Market Price and Nawasir. 1,000 metres to go. Danglisser went to the front. Adams second. Sunline right down there. Tails running third, and one away Tall Poppy, and it's a frantic tempo. Al Mansour is racing on the inside of Over. 3 lengths to Zastov, Dangerous. 3 away in the field is Pace Invader, Camarina, then Referral, Oliver Twist. Well back in the field, staging from Lazargaletta. Hires a mile back with Lease, L.A. Suez, Bonanova, Nawasir and Market Price. Last of all, a breakneck speed in the Doncaster, and Sunline's moved up on the outside of the filly, Danglisser. They're 2 lengths on Over, who's under the bat chasing on the fence. Al Mansour behind those, and then Adam Charles had a bit of a peep around his shoulder. He gave the Wonder Mare full rein. Sunline on top of the rise in front. She led by a length on the 3-year-old Over, who's coming after her. They're well clear from Referral, Tall Poppy and Zastov. Sunline will have to call on all of her champion qualities at the 100. Over's trying to get on terms. Sunline in front. Over's levelled up. Over's put his nose in front. Sunline comes back, but the 3-year-old wins the Doncaster. Over's won it from Sunline. Zastov 4 lengths away, third from Referral. Then Oliver Twist and Market Price from Dangerous and Higher. Then L.A. Suez, Nawasir, Bonanova, Lease. Well back in the field, Pace Invader, Adam, Camarina, Al Mansour pulling up quickly with Tall Poppy staging, Danglisser, and Lazargaletta with the tail enders.
Yeah, and the John Hawke stable may have had the favourite Higher, but they won the race with number 15 Over, who was well in commission, 11.50 and 4.50. Great ride, Darren Gauci. Sunline absolutely gallant in defeat at $2.10, and it's a photo for third, possibly the John Size trained mare Zastov. All right, there he is, Over, just going past Sunline. They're getting near the post. The Gouch, he's had plenty of knockers. I've given him a few pays myself lately, but he was there and he produced a super ride on this gallant mare, and he got Over home first in the $2.5 million San Miguel Doncaster handicap. As you can see, leaders were favoured here today. There was only 2 horses in the race all of the way down the straight, and those 2 horses were Sunline and Over. And number 19, Zastov, has actually has run third. That is now official. So it's Higher third, Over first, Sunline second, Zastov third in the $2.5 million San Miguel Doncaster, and Zastov has paid $14.50 for third. Super performance, super race, and a great win by Over in the Doncaster of 2000. And you know, our celebrity punters, 250 each way to Shane Lee, 100 straight out to Brett Lee, and they'd be getting excited here as we see Over in the black with the white cap, ranging alongside Sunline. Greg Childs has got the whip out on the great mare. By golly, it was a performance, but she just wasn't quite good enough, and it was Over to the Gouch, who grabbed her on the line and just got the better of Sunline in the shadows of the post, to use the popular cliche. Oh, you little beauty, says Darren Gauci. And there's the official photo print about a long neck that Over has got the better of Sunline. There'll be plenty of excited people, but none more so than Darren Gauci.
Yes, Gouch, well, it ain't over till it's over, and it's Over's Doncaster. How's that?
It's fantastic, Simon. It's I've had a lot of luck in Sydney over to Carnival, ran a lot of placings, and to win this race is just beautiful.
Got to reward a lot of people for sticking with you throughout the game too.
Well, I did. I was tickled pink to get the ride on this horse, and I've had a bit of success on him before, and I was very confident he was going to take a lot of beating.
Well, tell us about the run of the race, Darren. You had a beautiful run, but what did you do from the rise here at Randwick?
Well, from the rise, I knew Sunline was always going to be hard to chase down. She's a very tough horse to get past, and I thought if I get near enough level turns in the last 100 metres, really put my horse under pressure, I was a good chance of beating her. And to the horse's credit, when I put him under a fair bit of pressure, he responded, and that's what won the race. God bless him.
Gouch has done many things in his great career, but what does the Doncaster mean to you?
It means a lot, Simon. It's probably the biggest race I've won, and I know my family at home will be watching this and they'll be very proud.
Take the cap off, son, and salute this lovely crowd here at Randwick. Darren Gouchy, folks.
Yeah, good on you, Simon Marshall. I tell you what, he's a great bloke, Darren Gouchy, a real good fellow. And Andrew Voss is up amongst the connections. Take it away, Vossy.
Yeah, I'll be with John Hawkes in just a moment, as of course he has to check in with his other runners as well. But I've seen the Inghams off to the left of me. There's plenty of elation from the entire connections of Over. A real dogfight in the straight here at Randwick. Another great moment written into the history books, and we'll be with John Hawkes in just a moment. John, if I can catch a word, what a dogfight in the straight.
Yeah, it was a good win. He's a lovely horse. He's very genuine, and you know, Darren rode him exceptionally well. But he had a lovely gait, and he's always been I suppose, the second string. But he was a great second string, and it's always great to win.
Remarkably cool after some of the scenes we've seen at Rosehill last week after the Golden Slipper. I'm looking at John Hawkes, and just nice and relaxed. Just another win.
Oh, no, it's not that way, mate. That's what I get paid to do, and I'm expected to do it. If I don't do it, you can't train. If you do it, so you should. So, but, you know, it's always great to win, and that's really what it's all about.
What's the next step for Over?
Well, you know, you never make decisions on the day. You just see how he pulls up, and he may run in the All-Age next week, but, you know, it's a long way, but a week in racing, so we'll just see what happens.
Well, congratulations. Another great win.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Yeah, good work, Vossy, and there he is, the winner Over. His stablemate in the All-Cerise Hire really lost his chance at the start. We'll recap that, look at the start of the Doncaster, and you can see for yourself Hire missing the kick in this $2.5 million race. They're ready to go. Watch for the horse in the Cerise. Off they go. There he is, last of all. And, well, I thought Hire might settle down in the first 8. He certainly was going to be battling to do that from where he was.
He certainly was, Ken. And there's Darren Gouchy. You're bringing the winner back, and he'll be absolutely elated. Not many Group 1s for Darren Gouchy of recent times, and I'll tell you what, he'll appreciate this one. We'll take a break and be back with more from Royal Ramp.
Coming soon.
That is the $2.5 million Doncaster, and it's the battle here between Sunline and Over. Over finally gets it to the line, but a terrific finish there. Sunline did everything it possibly could, but just couldn't quite get there. And Over, ridden by Darren Gouchy, is the winner of the $2.5 million Doncaster. And the connections will carve up $1.6 million in prize money between them. So it's been a terrific payday here. Good on you, Darren. And as Kenny Callender said, one of the more popular jockeys around. And it's been a while between drinks as far as Group 1 winners are concerned, but that's a good one to get home. There are your dividends. Over paid $11.50 and $4.50. Sunline $2.10 and Zastov third placed $14.50. We're just waiting for the presentation, and there is the winner of the Doncaster for the year 2000. Kenny Callender, on reflection, the better horse on the day won.
Yeah, probably did, but I couldn't argue with you there, Kenny, but I've got with me now Steve McKee, one of the co-trainers of that great mare Sunline. I've seen her win a lot of great races, Steve. I don't think I've ever seen her put in a better performance. She absolutely gave everything.
Yeah, she sure did, Ken. I think you know, that performance was at least as good as any of her wins, I think.
If Over had had the day off, she'd have won by about 4 lengths, and the crowd would still be cheering.
That's right, yeah. It's a pity we copped a good horse like him on the right day.
Well, you give him 6 kilos, and he's almost a 4-year-old, and he's already a Group 2 winner before today. So, you know, it was a fabulous performance. I thought the 57.5 had beat her, but nothing beats this mare.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he looked as though he had it covered probably as far as 300 out, but, you know, she wouldn't lay down and went right to the line. We've got to be proud of her.
Yeah, exactly right. What you just said's right. I thought he was going to beat her a length topping the rise, and he only just got up and beat her. What do you do with her now? Do you keep going through the carnival?
You know, there's still the All-Age next week, or the Queen Elizabeth. Obviously, the horses, how she recovers will determine whether we run her or not.
Well, Steve, congratulations. Even though beaten, it was a fabulous run, and I think all Sydney will be hoping you race her again.
Yeah, thanks, Ken.
OK, Steve McKee. We'll now go to the presentation with Simon O'Donnell.
Fellow committeemen, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been a wonderful day's racing, and on behalf of the chairman and the committee, I'd like to thank you all for your support for this wonderful race meeting. the richest race meeting in the Southern Hemisphere, and I think you've just witnessed a marvellous race between two very, very good horses, and it was a fitting win to Over in the final stages. The committee has put a lot of work into this day, and we are absolutely delighted with your support. We thank you, and we trust that you've enjoyed yourselves and that you'll come back and support us over the next 4 days of this wonderful carnival. It's not possible to provide prize money such as we do today without the help of our sponsors. And we are particularly honoured and pleased, in cooperation with San Miguel of the Philippines, to sponsor this great day and this great carnival. We are very pleased, and I have great pleasure in introducing Mr. Frank Esmandi, the President of San Miguel, who will make the presentations.
Thank you, Peter. I want to congratulate the AJC committee for such a great Derby Day we all enjoyed today. I also wish to congratulate Jack Ingham for winning this Doncaster event, John Hawkes, the trainer, and Darren Gauci, the jockey. Thank you all for your support, and I hope you all enjoyed with us. Thank you.
Our chairman, fellow committeemen, Sir William Dean and Mrs. Dean, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what a wonderful thrill. It's just I'm so happy to be able to win a race like the Doncaster, and particularly that this year that it's grown so much in stature. It's always been a great race, and I'm sure that it'll remain and be a wonderful race for years to come. I want to thank the sponsors, Sam Miguel. You've all heard today how wonderful they've been to the AJC and how they've supported our carnival and supported racing in Australia. It's a wonderful effort from them. I want to say that the trainer, John Hawkes, and his staff do a wonderful job for us all over Australia. I know John thought that Hire was the better chance, but we had a little bit of bad luck at the start. So I said to him, it pays to have numbers. And it worked out that we were lucky enough to win. I'm very sorry that we beat such a wonderful mare as Sunline. She's been so wonderful, and carry that 57.5 and fight it all the way out just shows us what a great mare she is. I want to thank Darren Gauci for the great ride. He rode it well. He had it always in the position. You seem to have to be up there today to win, and he had it there positioned well, and it was a great ride. It's just a pity, I'd say, that we bred the horse. We've got the mother, and we stood Dr. Grace, and he only stood for 2 years and broke a leg and died, and that's a tragedy for racing. But anyway, today it's so wonderful, and I'm so happy, and I just want to thank you all and thank the public for the great reception they give the horse. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this win today by Over is in fact Woodland's first Doncaster handicap. So congratulations go to the trainer, John Hawkes, who has done a wonderful job to turn this horse out ready for this race, and to able to train him to produce such a magnificent finishing run down the Randwick Straight. And congratulations to John Hawkes.
And now may I call on Darren Gauci, the winning jockey.
Right, Johnny, you got to
Les, wrap this up, eh?
Mr. Kaplan, Mr. Frank, members of the AJC committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to thank Jack and Bob for giving me the opportunity to train their horses throughout Australia. They really enjoy their racing with a passion. They put a lot of money in the game and they deserve every little bit of success that they have. There's always a lot of people to thank when you win these type of races. They just don't happen. You have to plan, and there's always a lot of people behind the scenes that really don't get a lot of credit. I'd like to thank my staff throughout Australia and, and especially here in Sydney. And a special thanks to Peter Snowden, who's my right-hand man. He works by me through thick and thin, and without him, I wouldn't be here today. I'd like to thank Darren Gauci. We've been good friends for a long, long time, and it's great to see him win a race of this calibre. And I'd just also like to thank San Miguel for putting on a day like today. It's a tremendous day's racing. Racing needs sponsors of this calibre, and hopefully they'll be here for many, many years to come. Thank you.
Right, from John Hawkes, we have a look at the final 100 metres again of the San Miguel Doncaster, and that's Darren Gauci in the black with the white cap starting to pull the whip to get the horse, the 3-year-old, past the great mare Sunline in the yellow cap at the finish of the great Doncaster handicap. On that note, a break. We'll be back shortly with more on Derby Day.
There he is, Darren Gauci, and watch this. There's a happy jockey, Kenny, one that appreciates what he's just achieved and the horse flesh underneath him, what it just achieved as well.
Yeah, rated the treat, had it in the forward position, running about 4th in the run, came out to challenge Sunline in the straight. She gave her all, but he was just a touch too solid. 11.50 and 4.50 is it for over. I've just got to get closer to the screen. I'd hate to give you the wrong dividend. 2.10 for Sunline, and Zastov, the roughie, paid $14.50. Here's Vossi.
Oh, Ken, to think that I've doubted Shane and Brett Lee picking over for the Doncaster. We should have known about it, really, shouldn't we? Got two of the nation's best cricketers, and they have won thousands in our betting challenge today. The AJC put up $1,000 at the start of the day. All winnings from the two boys go the way of the Smith family as their designated charity. And this bloke beside me, without a calculator, I haven't been able to work out how much you won, but you were on fire.
It was good. The Yeoman bet came through, mate. And, yeah, so a few thousand, I think, of the Smith family.
Excellent work, and of course you got winners just coming out. Everyone wants to know you. Everyone wants to shake Shane Lee's hand. Brett Lee, first time at the races today. He lost his first 4 bets. His last 100, he had nothing left. And now he's got 11.60 in the bank. Well done.
Yeah, save the best for last, as they say, and it's just great that we could sort of raise some money for the Smith family.
You were just saying to me that you wanted to know is Wentworth Park Dogs on tonight? They are on, mate, if you want to go straight there and bet on.
I think I might have to cross over there for a bit of a go, yeah.
All right, well, boys, I think we can all say it's been an absolute pleasure having Shane and Brett Lee, part of our punting challenge. The punting challenge is alive and well. Shane, Brett, enjoy the off-season, I guess that's what we've got to say.
Yeah, 3 months off now, so a bit of a break, so I might come to the races again, I think.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime, and Brett, thanks again for coming.
It's been my pleasure, thank you.
All right, fellas, back to you. The punting challenge, huge success. They've won thousands.
Thank God we brushed those Johns brothers from last week. Give me the Lee brothers anytime.
I'm going out to get Shane Lee's tips. I don't know about you.
Well, as we came back from the break, you saw some emotion from Darren Gauci, and look, he's been a little bit up and down. There hasn't been a lot of Group 1s there, and a lot of people thought he should have won a lot more. But today was his day, and this is what he had to say on the podium.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen, well, first of all, I'd like to thank the sponsors of the race. It's certainly the biggest race I've won. I also like to thank the connections of the horse, the Ingham's family. They've supported me over the years, and none better than to ride a Group 1 winner for like the Doncaster. And also, I'd like to thank the Hawkes family, John and his family, and all the staff here who've put in all the work. They've certainly worked very hard to get the horse right on the day, and I only had to come up today and ride him. I also like to thank the horse and the people up here who have helped me since I've been here over the carnival, spent time with me, keep my weight down and all those sort of things. Thank you very much.
Yeah, tough life for a jockey, but a very happy one there, Darren Gauci. And there's the winner over of the Doncaster of 2000. Everyone was happy, of course, particularly those Lee brothers that, well, as punters, who can knock them? We're not going to knock them. And tell you what, we've got a lot more to come still from Royal Randwick. We'll be back in just a moment. Today on Derby Doncaster Day here at Royal Randwick. And Kenny, how those ladies have stayed warm is beyond me.
Yeah, some pretty good looking fillies there, isn't there?
Hey, enough of that. Helen will be sitting at home and she'll get a bloody migraine, she will. Don't be saying that. There they are, and there's been plenty of fashion. We've still got fashion to come, and that's the chairman's handicap, of course. Still to come, race 8 here at Randwick. And Ken, there are the totes.
Number 1, the Hind, $9.10. Pastor Express, I think he's got a great chance. He failed the same day Fairway did. He'll go better today, $17. Pravda, $6.30, $7.80 for Yippee IO. In My Time, $74. Steel Phoenix, $12. Bombast, $14. Nahayan, $12. Over the page to Prince Standdown at $37. $32 for Ultra Smug, $44 for Midnight Babe. Consolidator from the Gay Waterhouse stable is at $13. South Bend at $47. Mr. Prudent, $9.40. Regal Touch, $7.80. And $22 for Ears Ronnie. Harmonia is next at $106. And Tyrrell at $104.
Now let's have a look at the tips, and can we finish off with a winner? Kenny, you've gone past Express.
Yeah, I've had a very bad day at the tip, Simon, but I've backed this to get square.
And Simon Marshall's on number 14, Mr. Prudent, and I'm going to have a crack at Yippee IO myself, hopefully the 2400. It just might be his day. Well, there's the Archers and there's the flowers around it. The stayers nearly ready to go out for the 8th on the back of this break. We'll be back with the final race of the day.
You can get a regular Sunday morning fix of your favourite code starting tomorrow morning with the latest edition of The Footy Show. Tomorrow afternoon, those battling Northern Eagles have their eye on an upset when they clash with the front-running Broncos on Sunday Rugby League. Can anybody catch Michael Schumacher and his flying Ferrari? That's the question tomorrow night when the Formula One focus falls on Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. And on Thursday night, the boys return for another midweek dose of Footy Show mayhem. May is looking magnificent as we prepare to kick off State of Origin Rugby League with the first clash at Stadium Australia on May 10. And starting May 13, 8 enormous days of swimming action from the Telstra 2000 selection trials. We're diving in at the deep end this autumn, right here on the one and only Wide World of Sports.
Dan Miguel, Chairman's Handicap, Derby Doncaster today. There's been $8 million in prize money given away today. And the last bit of that is right here in this final event. And I can tell you from the betting ring for the final time here at Randwick today that the punters have rallied for the 2 Gay Waterhouse runners in this. The favourite, as it will, in the betting ring will be Regal Touch, number 15. It has been very heavily supported, but so too number 12, Gay Waterhouse's other runner, Consolidator, to be ridden by Shane Dye. So if you're a fan of the Waterhouse stable, boys, get on either or both. Regal Touch or Consolidator. Back to you, Ken and Simon.
How about that, eh? Now listen, Simon, something we haven't mentioned, a great success for the AJC today, 43,531. Biggest crowd at Randwick for years. Great crowd.
No, it is a great effort. It's been a very well-behaved crowd. They haven't started shouting and yelling and